Welcome to our channel. Superb Swiatek, resilient Keys set up Australian Open semi-final. Swiatek continues her ruthless run with a straight sets win over Navarro as Keys stages comeback to beat Svitolina in 3 sets. A rampaging IGA, Swiatek has stormed into her second Australian Open semi-final with a 6-1-6-2 center court demolition of 8th seed Emma Navarro, and the world number 2 will face a stern test against Madison Keys, who came back from a set down to beat Ukraine's Aryna Svitolina 3-6, 6-3, 6-4. The last 2 women's singles quarterfinals at Melbourne Park played out in contrasting fashion as Poland's Swiatek underlined her title credentials once again at the year's first Grand Slam, while big-hitting American Keys stormed back to make her first Australian Open semi-final after 10 years. The first quarterfinal passed with a note of controversy, with Swiatek scooping up a drop shot that looked perilously close to a double bounce in the 5th game of the second set, which proved a hammer blow for Navarro. A throbbing ball of energy from the first point to the last, Swiatek said her win at a sun-drenched Rod Laver Arena was much tougher than the score showed. The Pole has a 4-1 record against her next opponent Keys, but expected a tough test against the American. Madison is a great player and really experienced, so you never know. The match that I lost, she kind of killed me, so I think it can be tricky, she added. After beating Ukrainian Svitolina, Keys said she looked forward to cheering on Navarro as her compatriot took on the 5-time Grand Slam champion. But she was left to ponder the scale of her task as she looks to secure her first Grand Slam final since the 2017 US Open. The free-swinging Swiatek has swiftly risen to the challenge, having conceded only 14 games in her 5 matches, and poses a big threat to holder Aryna Sabalenka's attempt at a 3rd successful Australian Open title. Earlier, Keys blasted into the last 4 with characteristic aggression to notch up her 10th win in succession. To be here 10 years later in the semi-finals again, I'm really proud of myself and really excited, said Keys, who reached the last 4 in 2015 and 2022. I kind of just had to start playing a little bit more aggressive and try to get to the net a bit quicker. I think I played a little bit smarter for sure. Probably a little bit less fearless. The 29-year-old from Rock Island, Illinois, had lost the last 2 of her 3 Grand Slam matchups with Svitolina, most recently in the 4th round of the 2019 US Open. But she fought back to take another stride towards her 2nd Grand Slam final. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to appreciate my career for what it has been, Keys said after the match. I've done a really good job and I've really left everything out there, added Keys, who has only made 1 previous Grand Slam final at the 2017 US Open, where she lost to Sloane Stephens. The American 19th seed will be 30 next month, but leads the WTA Tour with 12 wins this season and is on a 10-match unbeaten streak after lifting the Adelaide title. However, the American knows she is in for a battle against Swiatek. I think IGA is tough to beat because she has a lot of spin kind of naturally on both sides. She's a good server. She's a good returner. She moves incredibly well, said Keys. So, I think it's really hard to ever really get ahead in a point.